Hi YouTube, this is Ebony Butterfly coming at you with my second episode, second season of Housewives of Atlanta. There's so much going on with this show, y'all. Ooh-wee! It's a lot of setup, I can tell, in this episode. They're setting up a lot of things. One of the things, let's start with Kim and Nene eating dinner, lunch. I don't know what they were eating. I think it was dinner at this Mexican restaurant. Didn't they have a little bit too many margaritas, you know, sitting in laps and all that? They was wild, you know. I ain't trying to say nothing, you know, funny like that, but it was just like, that's kind of wild to be acting in a restaurant. I don't know if it was for TV or what, but I just thought that was kind of a wild time. And I think right there they should have squashed it and not worried about who said what, because it's always going to be drama if you continue to bring it up. It's just like, y'all, let's just squash it, start over, and let's work this out. Because if you try to go through it and relive it, it's only going to hurt people more, and it's only going to start more drama. Now let's talk about Kim and Sheree and Nene in the restaurant together for lunch or brunch or whatever they were doing. Child, it was a hot mess. They did go in there with interrogation. You know, it seems like the woman was not going to win, whatever she said. And I think they pushed Kim to where she felt like, I know I'm telling the truth, and I'm swearing by my kid's life that Sheree, you put that stuff out on the blog about Nene's husband being broke and about them renting the house. Well, that was big. And for Kim to go to such extreme lengths, and she apologizes on the blog for going to such extreme lengths and saying her children, wow, that speaks volumes to me. So who is telling the truth? And at this point, it's been said, so let's squash it. Okay, let's go into Sheree. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you some stuff that I found out on the blog, on Sheree's blog. I'm going to quote her. That's why I'm reading from this paper. Anthony stood up and hit me with his closed fist once. And then later on, he raised his hand to slap her. Okay, so it apparently got violent up in there, which is just totally uncalled for with her in that little event planner. So, and then she also said that he used her name to promote a party. I don't know if it was the same party. And he did radio blasts and email blasts about her. So, you know, with her name, using her as, you know, an attraction to attract more people to the party. Yep. Let's go into Kandi, which is interesting. We all know that her mother feels strongly, and I think has every right to feel strongly against her marrying this guy with 6 kids. If you read Kandi's blog, she goes into saying being on the show has brought unwanted attention, and AJ hates that she's on the show. I wonder why. And I've heard rumors about his occupation too that weren't legit, but I don't spread rumors, so I won't spread that one. AJ has 6 kids, a set of twins, and 4 baby mamas. That's a lot. That's a big pill to swallow. And if you're deciding to marry this man and that's who you love and you've prayed about it and he's the one, then it shouldn't matter what other people think. Because the Bible says to cut the cord, you know, to leave your house and be with your husband and let him take care of things. So if that's who you want to be with, that's who you want to be with. But that's a big pill to swallow, because now you have 4 women calling you consistently about their children and to speak to your man. They get old. And I think mama realizes that. I don't know what type of relationship you have with these women, and I hope it's a great relationship. And I'm quite sure they're all great women, because he decided to enter into a relationship with each. But the thought and the idea of 4 different women having a legitimate reason to call and talk to my husband on a regular, it just don't sit well with me. And that's just me. And I've been in that situation before, and it's a lot of other women that's been in a situation like that before. And it wasn't 4 women, it was 1. You know, women are hell raisers, and I just don't want to deal with 4 women. So if you up for the drive and you want to be with him for life, more power to you, homegirl. Let's go into Sheree. On previous episodes, when her and Kim were buddy-buddy, Sheree did make a lot of comments about Nene, and before her and Kim became buddy buddies. So I believe Kim that Sheree was the ringleader. But what happens, it happened with Sheree and it happens with Lisa. Now Kim has went against them and telling Nene her side. Now it's a fight. On, I don't know if y'all remember the last episode, close to the end of season 1. Lisa is talking to Sheree and they got on speakerphone and Kim was there and she was telling them about the song. Both of them were there. Kim brought it up. Lisa wanted to fight. A mess. See, so now we got a beef since I didn't told the truth. So they stopped that too. And I believe Kim. Unfortunately, she's a sad soul, but I believe her. I do believe that Sheree said some of that stuff. So, like I said at the beginning, just squash it, move on, be friends. Because if you keep rehashing it, you're going to keep getting mad over and over again. Let's talk about Lisa, Miss Hartwell, having a baby. I know plenty of women over 35 that's done had kids. It's not that big a deal. I mean, it really isn't. Unless you had problems when you were younger. Now, if you had problems when you was younger, yeah, I could see, you know, it being a big factor. But don't you already have 3 kids? You know, I don't think it'll be that much of an issue. And let's talk about that scene in the bathtub. Okay, a bit much, guys. I didn't want to see all that. I didn't want to see on the massage table. Now, come on, y'all. When your husband gives you a massage, are you on a massage table? Think about it. I guess that's how the rich people do, because me and my husband don't do that. So maybe I'm hating. Hate on. But, no. And the bathtub scene, you know, that's a bit much for TV. And then Kandi goes into it on the blog about how she felt about Nene touching Kim's boob, how she felt about Lisa being in the tub with Ed. I just think it was a lot said, and you need to check those blogs out. No, I don't work for Bravo TV. I just thought it was interesting, and it's too much for me to say in a 10-minute video. I mean, and you guys can read too. So that's it. Stay tuned. I've been listening, and I'm not listening. I've been reading your comments. So please leave your comments, and I'll respond. Or you know, if you don't want me to respond, whatever. But I will respond to your comments if there's something to respond to. Thank you for watching. Please rate and subscribe. Bye bye.